Yo, what's good, everybody? This is Karitaima, and I hope you guys are having a good day, a good morning, a good evening, a good afternoon, whatever time you are watching this. And I know I'm a bit late, but like I say all the time, better late than never. Let's talk about the new patch for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. So, this is not going to be too long of a video because, I mean, there's not like too much to talk about in terms of the new patch for Sparking Zero, but they have changed some things that are pretty insane and honestly just makes the game better in my opinion, or worse for some people. I've been hearing some people not liking the new changes to this new patch for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, which, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that kind of tells me as sort of a self-report, and we are going to get into that. So first off, let's talk about the main thing this patch added, which is a brand new character, Shallot from Dragon Ball Legends. So I already made a video covering how Shallot was in the game, and I was pretty, like, I wasn't that excited, but I was more excited at the fact that this could lead more to, you know, more possibilities for collabs. Because I'm not like too big on Shallot. I like the voice actor, of course. He's a really good voice actor, Kaki Films. But Shallot as a character, he's okay in my opinion. I'm not too big on Dragon Ball Legends, to be honest. I rarely play that game, and I just know a lot of people like Shallot, which is cool. But personally, in my opinion, Shallot he's just alright. I just know that he copies movesets from other characters, which is cool, and I mean, he has a decent design. He just looks like a normal Saiyan, of course. But in terms of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, he's also just an okay character. I mean, he's just a normal standard Sparking character. You know, he has the beam for the first blast and then the rush attack for the second blast, which is just a carbon copy of both Super Saiyan Goku and Super Vegeta's move. Oh, I don't know if you hear that in the background. I'm sorry, it's thundering outside. But anyway, yeah, Shallot's pretty cool. I like his ultimate, how it's a complete recreation of Rise and Rush from Dragon Ball Legends. I thought that was a pretty cool, you know, neat Easter egg they put in there. And yeah, I'll just give it to them. I'll give it to them. That's shit's pretty cool. But I am a little disappointed they did not add Shallot's other forms. If you play Dragon Ball Legends, Shallot has other forms. He has Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue. Like, was it too much for them to ask for to like put those in there? They're just gonna put base form Shallot. And I know some people are saying, oh yeah, they're going to add his other forms later down the line. And I'm like, honestly, I don't see that happening. I'm not going to lie. I feel like this is just a one-time thing collab they just did for Dragon Ball Legends 7th anniversary. And they're just like, yeah, let's just put Shallot in a console game. Which, like, honestly, I thought they'd put Shallot in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 before Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Because they have the same devs. Demps develops both Dragon Ball Legends and Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, so they can literally just port Shallot from Dragon Ball Legends into Xenoverse 2. I did not expect Sparking Zero to be the first game to feature Shallot in a console game, but I'm not complaining. I'm happy for all the people that, you know, asked for Shallot in this game, and I'm happy for Kaki Films, the voice actor of Shallot, because I know he wanted Shallot in Sparking Zero, but yeah, I think he's a pretty okay character. I'm seeing people say he's pretty overpriced. He's $2.99 separately if you buy him separately if you don't have the season pass, which I can kind of see where they're coming from. Shallot doesn't offer anything too special to Sparking Zero because obviously it's just base form of Shallot. They don't even got any of his forms or nothing. Like, if they included his forms, then I would have been like, okay, decent price for a single character. Like, this character could have been free, honestly. To be honest, they should have made this character free for real because Shallot is not that special in Sparking Zero. I'm not saying as a character before y'all get on me being like, oh my god, I love Shallot so much. Oh my god, he's so cool in Dragon Ball Legend. No, I'm talking about Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. He doesn't offer that much in this game. But yeah, I mean, he's cool. I'm not saying I'm not hating or nothing. I think Shallot's cool, but he should have been a free DLC character for what they're offering us. I think the only reason why they actually charged for this DLC was because of licensing, because, you know, it's a collab from a different Dragon Ball game, so they were like, yeah, we gotta charge for this. But yeah, it's whatever. Enough about Shallot. Now we gotta talk about Sparking Zero's patch. Now, people are mixed about this new patch for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. So first of all, here's a positive in my opinion. Characters that have 4 health bars, like, you know, your Fusions, Ultra Instincts, Jirens, and Whis and Beerus and all that, they all have 3 health bars online. So when you're playing on ranked or player match, they're only gonna have 3 health bars, so it's gonna make it more fair. Every character has 3 health bars now. Characters that had 2 health bars, they have 3 health bars now, so it makes it more fair. I think that's a good change because, you know, fighting 4 health bar characters when you're a 3 health bar character is so freaking annoying because you gotta work twice as hard than the other character because they have, you know, more health than you and they do more damage than you. So it's really annoying when I have to fight a fusion with 4 health bars and a Beast Gohan or MUI with 4 health bars, and it's like, bro, come on, man. I am really glad they changed that. I get that, lore accuracy is not like Tenkaichi. Like, Tenkaichi characters have 4 health bars in that game. Some characters did have it. I don't care, bro. Offline, that's whatever. DP matches, that's whatever. But we're talking about singles online. That was a good change because it makes the game more, it makes it more fair. It makes the game more balanced. And I know this is an arena fighter. It's supposed to be a Dragon Ball game that's supposed to be, you know, lore accurate. It's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be balanced. It's supposed to be a broken mess. And I've gone on record saying that myself. Sparking Zero obviously isn't supposed to be a competitive, balanced fighting game. But I think there's still enough BS in this game other than characters just having more health than the others. Like, if you're playing Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, you're still gonna win, even if you have 3 health bars, because he does a shit ton of damage. You're still gonna win as Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, so it doesn't matter. You're still gonna win with MUI Goku. You're still carried, because you still got the auto dodge. You're still carried with Whis, because you still got the damage and auto dodge. It doesn't matter. So I think it makes the game more fair for them to make it 3 health bars, because having 4 health bars with shit ton of damage, with auto dodge, is just overkill. That's overkill in my opinion. Like, save that for DP. On single matches, that's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous on singles. I'm glad they changed that. Because I've been seeing people say, oh, so that means if you're a Cyberman, you can beat Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Which, yeah, you can if the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta player's ass. But if you guys know what you're both doing, the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is still going to have the advantage because he's Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. There's still lore accurate power scaling in this game. Just because they removed the health bar doesn't mean a freaking Cyberman can beat freaking MUI Goku or anything, or a Kaba can beat a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. It's just not happening. It's stupid. I don't know why people think that. And to be honest, the whole health bar, the whole 4 health bar thing is still not even fixed anyway, because let's just say you choose DBS Superhero Ultimate Gohan, and then you transform into Beast Gohan. You're gonna get that extra health bar back. You're not gonna stay at 3 health bars. So it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. 4 health bars is still in the game. So I think next patch they should really fix that. They should really have it to where if, you know, a character transforms and it gives them an extra health bar, don't give them an extra health bar. It's like, what's the point? What's the point, bruh? Now let's talk about a more good thing about this patch that they added. So they nerfed instant sparking to hell. So when you go into instant sparking now, they added a mechanic where it decreases your defense by like, I don't know, 30% or so, or 40%, whatever. Your defense gets nerfed by a shit ton. It's ridiculous. But honestly, I think that was a pretty good change because that'll just make people not want to use Insta Sparking that much no more, because they know if I use Insta Sparking, I'm gonna take a lot of damage from that. Which is like, let's just say Sparking Zero's version of key sickness, sort of like, you know how in BT3 if you use Insta Sparking, your key charge is really slow. But yeah, I think it's a pretty good change. It's the Sparking's nerf. They also nerfed After Image Strike again. At this point, After Image Strike is low-key useless because if you super counter After Image Strike now, it is completely gone. And honestly, I think they should add that to Wild Sense as well, because if you super counter Wild Sense in this game, Wild Sense still pops off, and I think that's stupid. So they should also apply that nerf they did to After Image Strike to Wild Sense. And I know some people rely on I know some people rely on Wild Sense to save their life. They're like, oh my god, I need to use Wild Sense. I always need to use it, even though it's super easy to counter. You can just punch and teleport. But Wild Sense, people need to stop using Wild Sense so much. Wild Sense isn't as good as y'all think. I'm gonna be real. It's not as good as y'all think, because it's one of the most easiest skills to counter in the game. And I don't get people that use it at every chance they get. Like, there's nothing wrong with using it at all. Like, obviously you can use it, you just gotta use it strategically now, because like I said, it's super easy to counter. It's just as simple. There's no timing to it. It's as simple as pressing square and then block, and then you just teleport. It's as simple as that. The only annoying thing about Wild Sense now is, like I said, how when you super counter Wild Sense, it still pops off. So you like your super counter really doesn't matter. So they just really need to fix that. They need to remove Wild Sense once someone super counters it. Now, another good thing about this patch is the movement and combos. It feels a lot more smoother now, to be honest, because like they fixed most of the tracking for the most part, and then the movement feels less, jank now. So I'm glad they changed that. The game feels a lot more smoother to play, a lot more fun. It seems like every patch the game just gets better, and yeah, it's a pretty good change. I'm not gonna lie. Like, everything just feels a lot more fluent and less janky, because you guys already know previous patches for this game, tracking was really bad, hit detection was just really just inconsistent, and I'm glad that they're actually getting to fix that. Honestly, the way the game is now, this is how the game should have been on launch, to be honest. Like, we should have gotten this day one. We shouldn't have had to wait 7 months for this game to actually be good. So it's like, bro, it's typical Bandai Namco. They gotta release the game in an unfinished state and then finish it later. Not even just Bandai Namco, that's just gaming in general now. But yeah, I'd say overall, I'll give this patch a 7 out of 10 personally. There's some things I don't like how characters can still get an extra health bar from transforming. They should completely remove that. It's really stupid in my opinion. But I know people like this for completely. I know people dislike this patch for completely different reasons. They're like, oh my gosh, they got rid of my 4 health bars. I can't play MUI. I can't play Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta no more. So they quit the game, and it's like, bro, okay, I think that's a self-report. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's just. Just admit you're trash at that point. Just admit you're carried, to be honest, at that point. Like, seriously, bro. But another thing they gotta fix about this patch, I don't know if I've seen other YouTubers run into this glitch. I don't know if it's probably PlayStation exclusive, but for some reason during some matches the HUD will just disappear out of nowhere. I don't know why. Like like your health bar, your meter, it just disappears, so you can't even tell what's really happening in the game. So this problem never happened to me when I play on PC, but I've been seeing it on PlayStation, and hopefully next patch they can fix that shit, because it's super annoying when it does happen. And yeah, Bandai Namco just got to keep working. And obviously, we're getting the seasonal rank, the new rank mode. We're going to start all the way back to, I don't think B5. Probably if you're like Z rank, you're going to start from like, what, B5 or something? B1 or whatever. And then they're going to give us rewards. Hopefully it's not any shitty rewards like Zenny or Dragon Balls, which honestly, that's what they're going to give us. But at this point, they're going to give us that. They're going to give us Zenny and Dragon Balls. No new cool shit. No new, costumes or nothing. Just Zenny and Dragon Balls for us getting Z rank again. It's like, bro, okay. But yeah, I probably shouldn't be thinking like that. I should probably just believe in Bandai Namco, the corporate company known as Bandai Namco. That's what I should believe in. And yeah, hopefully it all turns out well. I'm kind of looking forward to the seasonal ranked reset anyway, because I just want to see how they handle this and what direction they're going in the future, because it seems like they're going in a decent direction so far. But we just really got to see with that rank reset in DLC 3 for the last remaining characters for Dragon Ball Daima. But anyway, yeah, I said this would be a shorter video, and we're just going to end it off here. There was nothing much to talk about in terms of this patch. It's a good patch. What more to say? They just changed some shit, some bullshit, and just made the game more balanced, and they added Shallot. W patch, 7 out of 10 patch. I'll give it to you, Bandai Namco. You're getting better at making this game actually good. But anyway, yeah, I'll just leave it here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Of course, follow me on Twitter. Comment anything. Let me know what you guys think about this new patch. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.